So welcome to the latest waste of public money. Pretty much we can nearly do this every week. We nearly would be live 24/7 if we were doing this every week. If we were going to go through each waste of public money. Now last week was more walls in the Italian ambassador's residence. They were spending 700,000. It took 7 years to fix a wall and stuff like that. And it's 700,000. Now we're on to a scanner that took €124,000. And get this, they had it for 7 years and they never used it. So it pretty much was redundant because they just pretty much kept it in some storage shed and never used it. Spent €124,000, which is not much. It wouldn't get your bicycle shed for that, so let's put it that way. But long story short, for 7 years it just fucking sat in a storage shed somewhere. It's lunacy. And the fact of the matter is that we should be here and now straight away if the government was serious about this, because the National Gallery, it was the government grant, and the National Gallery has to do with the government, to do with the arts and the Gaeltacht and stuff like that. And it's to do with the Office of Public Works too, of course. But this is the thing. Who's going to prison for this? Who's going to prison? Who's losing their job? Because you think straight away the Taoiseach could be saying, I want this person gone. Get rid of him. Sack him. No pension. Take his pension away. Is the fact of the matter, nothing's going to change. Because straight away, if I was the Taoiseach, if any reasonable person was there, they'd be saying, who was the head? Who signed off on it? I want their name. I want to see them right now. I'm giving them the marching orders. They have to go. Or they're going to prison. We send them because this is lunacy, But none of that. The Taoiseach today, you think he'd be saying, I want the name of this person now and I want to find out who it is and I'm going to sack him. I'm going to give him tell him to leave or take his pension or put him in prison too even. Or do worse to him, make him clean up the streets for a few years. Because some head pharaoh signed off on this and said this was okay. And basically all's forgiven because it's the same with the bicycle shed. We still don't know. Nobody's lost their job. Nobody's anything. Same with fucking the security hut. Same with anything in this state. The same with walls and stuff like that for the public works. There's nobody ever lost a job. Nobody's in prison. The same with RT. They got away with millions a year. And not one has lost their job or ended up in prison. That'd be the accountability. We hold out my local TD during the election, accountability for RT. Nobody was in prison. Nobody lost anything. The only people who lost was the taxpayer. And accountability for what? RT basically got off with murder. But yeah, we're still here. Nothing has changed. But again, we have to ask ourselves, this is the main thing I want to just ask the question to Irish people. Because the Irish people then, it's the taxpayer, you and I who are going out to pay for this. It's our property. And our money's been reused. This is the thing. Are we happy the way we voted? Again, not to myself, because I didn't vote Fianna Fáil. Again, I have no intention to ever do that. I think I generally have lost the plot if I ever do that. But just say to people who voted Fianna Fáil, are you happy with yourself? Because this is going to continue now. The Irish people during the election knew about a lot of waste of public money and decided, yeah, I agree with that, and voted in Fine Gael's favour. So I don't know at this stage, do we blame them or do we blame ourselves? Because we had an opportunity in November to hold them to account and to give them a very bloody nose, and we done none of that, and we'd let them off with murder. So I think at the same time the public deserve a bit of a bit of blame here for this, because we did have an election just recently, and people voted in favour and said they've done a good job and elected them again. So what can you do? That's all I say. Thank you.